Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why I heard it twice. Hey, y'all. It is me, your girl Lana, your resident evil diva. Welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love you some tea purr. I got thrown off. I heard it twice, and I was like, what is happening? But I'm back. And yeah, hi. We're here. We're talking Reality Roundup. We're doing highlights of everything that we cover and things that we don't cover here on the channel. We are giving you a week's worth of highlights in the shortest time possible that we can. And sometimes it's not that short. And it's okay. It's okay. I love it here. I love it here. I'll do it all the time. But I also have my cup mug here because that's always important. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. And there's a QR code that is right to the right side of the screen. If you scan it, it'll take you right to the shop. You can get your merch, favorite the shop, and then leave me a cute message once you get the cup saying you got it and how cute you love it because it's adorable and it's beautiful. Thank you. Get your cup merch.
Lana, can you snap for me? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm David Healy. I'm David Healy, and I'm not going to subject you to an awful rap.
I'm about to say, oh no, is our favorite rapper coming back?
No Rapture is showing
Rapture's not coming back. Oh, I was waiting. Oh man. David, we are here. I'm sorry. That just
I
that
threw you
me.
off.
That threw me, but I love it. Threw me. Oh man, we are here. We're talking, like I said, highlights of all the shows, competitive reality shows that have come across our screens. And yeah, we're going to talk all about it. But before we jump into anything, I need y'all to do me a solid. And I need you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, because we are here giving you content all the time, continual content about everything competitive reality television. I can say that now. At first, I used to say mostly, but now it's everything. Everything, pretty much, competitive reality television. And we're giving you all the things that we love to talk about, some things that we don't get to talk about on the channel often, but when we bring it here now. Now we bring it here because if we don't get to cover it on the show for the week, we'll bring it here on Sundays because that's what we do. So if this is your thing, if you love competitive reality television, please subscribe to this channel. We are trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, and we would hope that you would join us. We are halfway there, and so we would love if you would help us get over the rest of the way. And also follow us on our other channels that is here on the Cup Network. If you're a fan of Drag or Drag Race or Eurovision Song Contest, we have two channels ready for you to go. So those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links and our Patreon. And join us, follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And yeah, we are trying to do all the things over there. So we want to connect with you there as well as here. Leave comments, give us feedback. Let us know what you think about this show because this is our newest show on this channel. And we're trying to see if this works. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you want us to just go away and not do this again? Or do you want us to keep it going? Tell us what you like. Give us some feedback and so we know how to move and groove on this channel. But we truly appreciate you if you're watching because without you, we just talking to ourselves, which is okay because I don't mind doing that anyway because I'm a little weird that way. I do that on a regular basis. But enough about my craziness. We got to get into what we came here to get into because I think we should just. It's a lot to talk about this week. I'm gonna be so honest, especially in this first category that we're going to get into. So we're talking singing song and songwriting, singing and variety show contest. But I guess it's a lot of songwriters in this competition, in these competitions. So I wasn't wrong. But first, let's do what we always do. Start off with American Idol because I feel like this is going to take the most this week.
Yeah, I think so too, because we didn't see all 30 people perform. It was supposed to be a top 30, but they only showed, I think, 24 of them. which was a little annoying, especially because some of them were like 30-second clips.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good episode. I have an idea. I didn't run this by you before we started, but since we have so many people we want to talk about, I think we should go back and forth, like picking a person. Maybe
All right.
starting like the lowest of your favorites and working our way up,
Oh, the lowest of my favorites.
if you can do that.
Okay. I mean, I didn't write it in that order, but
Okay,
I'll make it work.
we'll wing it.
We're winging it. Go ahead. What is your
Okay.
lowest?
Yeah, so my number 8. I have a top 8, but my number 8 is one of my favorites. It's Brooks. I love Brooks. I think he's got a great voice, and I think one of my favorite things about this episode was watching as soon as he started singing, watching everybody in the audience go, "Oh my god!" Because
Yes.
nobody was prepared for that voice. There was even one of the family members. It was an old man. He's just like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. But I thought Brooks sounded great as always. Like there's something really special about him. He sang Everywhere, Everything by Noah Kahan. Um, yeah, he feels so ready to record a record. Like he could make an album tomorrow. There was a specific run he did about two
Oh,
thirds of the way through that was
yes.
so good. I didn't know he could do a run like that. I'm just waiting for the perfect song for him. I don't think he's done the perfect song yet on the show, but when he does, he's going to be my number one for sure. But right now, he was my number 8 for this episode. And yeah, he ended up getting the Ohana Platinum ticket and very deserved, I thought.
Brooks was not my number 8, but he is definitely on my list for sure.
Mhm.
So I don't have to mention him again. But I loved Brooks so much. His voice is so unique. It is such a different type of rasp, falsetto voice that you don't hear from a guy in like ever or anytime.
Right.
And the way he sang that was so. My favorite part of his performance was watching the influencers and how they reacted towards Brooks, because like I kind of enjoyed that they had this whole
Yeah.
influencer type deal. A couple of them I was like, why are you here? Don't get it. But just because you got a lot of followers don't mean you should be here. But for the most part, the people that they had were really good choices to have.
I didn't
I
know
was
any of them, but the lady in the rainbow like outfit, I loved her. She was
Oh,
great.
I love. I follow her on TikTok. She's a vocal coach and she's really good.
Okay.
Like really good. When I saw her, I was like, she deserves to be there because she knows what she's talking about. She
Mhm.
knows what she's doing. And then the guy who was next to her,
Yep.
oh my God, him and his brother, they sing with a lot of different celebrities in their kitchen on the count. They sing so good. Like I follow him and like I love him. And when I saw him, I was like, yes, he deserves to be there too. And the two people, the girl and the guy next to him, they
Right.
do music reviews, and I watched them too. I followed them as well on TikTok, and I was like, yes, because they can appreciate all genres of music. They love voices. They just love hearing different voices, and enjoy them.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones, okay, I was like, okay, yes, she works for a music magazine. She knows music. She listens to music all the time. She should be there. Okay, cool. Grand Old Opry lady, okay, sure. Yes, she needs to be there. Sasha Farber, you on Dancing with the Stars. What you got to do with singing? What? I mean, I know you know musicality because you got to know how to dance. You got to, well, whatever. You added
She
nothing to
was
this panel.
available.
He was available. He was available.
Oh, he.
Yeah, that was Sasha Farber's the guy. And then the other girl, Christy, because she got 53 million followers, be doing what? Beauty
Being pretty.
blogging, and she's pretty. And I'm like, okay. But sure, you're there. Great. Those are the only two I was like, wow, to hear. But everybody else, I thought it was good. And I enjoyed this whole influencer thing. And I like that was cute. I loved their reaction to Brooks. Like, the vocal coach, the rainbow, like, she was like, where did this voice come from? This was not what I expected. And I was like, yes, girl, because that was my first reaction when I saw him in the audition.
Mhm.
I was like, where did this voice come from? I love Brooks.
Yep. I'm
You
so glad I was on the phone with you when you first watched Brooks because I was like, I don't know if you're going to like this guy, but look up his audition. and you were really into it, and I was like,
I
yes.
love him. I
Mhm.
loved him. I thought he was so. Ugh, he made me go yes, yes, yes. I think my number 8. We didn't get to see a whole lot of his performance, but I felt like he did in the little quick seconds that we got. Loved him. Daniel Stallworth. He sang "The Climb," and like I said, we didn't get a whole lot, but what we got, I was like, mm-hmm. I hear it. I hear it. I like it. Mm-hmm. I'm glad he made it to the top 20. I would have been very upset if he didn't.
Yeah, I really like him too. He didn't make my top 8, but that was mostly because it's hard to judge when it's such a short performance. But he was one of my favorites in Hollywood, if we want to call it that.
Hmm.
So I was nervous that he wouldn't make it, but I was very glad he did. I think he has a ton of potential.
Absolutely.
My number 7 is one of my favorites, Micaiah. She sang
Uh,
Stand Up by Cynthia Erivo. I
Loved her.
initially had her higher on my list, but after rewatching, my only issue is I feel like she's not fully comfortable in her lower range. Like there were some times where she was like she wasn't quite hitting those lower notes like she should. But once she got to the higher notes, like and when she was really belting out, like almost nobody can beat her. Those notes are incredible. Like she's so top tier in that range. She's gritty and soulful. Yeah, I thought she was incredible near the like second half of the song for sure.
I agree. I do love her in her high register, but I did like her lower register. It was subtle. It wasn't. She didn't have to belt that out, and I
Mhm.
didn't want her to like. I've been like I don't want that. It was just I've been walking, and it fit the song. I felt like the lower register fit the song and what she did. Like she reined it in when she needed. I loved her. I absolutely loved her. She was so much higher on my list because this girl, that girl, she looked amazing. That white pantsuit was eight, and her braids was cute. But she commanded that song, and that's a hard song to command because Cynthia Erivo, you ain't go never out sing Cynthia Erivo. Like you just ain't go do it. And she didn't try. She just sang it like Michaela. And ooh, when she gave us that gritty in that middle range, and she was and gave us that growl. Oh, I was like, she like hands up in the middle of my bed. I was like, yes, yes, girl. Yeah, like people don't need to watch me watch this show. Like if I do a live reaction of me actually watching this, people be like, girl, calm down. Because I was like, ah, it was she did it for me. She did it for me. I was like, if she don't make it in my top 20, I'm turning this off. Like I'm turning it off.
They were making me nervous with like some of the people they were saving for the very
Yeah.
end to put through.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
especially because somebody was like, "Oh, well, these ones are similar to each other." I think Carrie said that, and
Right.
I'm like, "You better not be talking
You
about the two people I think you're
the two
talking
people I
about."
think you talking because when Carrie said that, I was like, if you talking about the two people I think you talking about, I'm about to be pissed off and I'm about to punch you I'm
Right?
about to find you, Carrie, because they are two different people with two different voices.
Yes.
And if you talking about those,
Yep. Micaiah is one of them, right?
yes, yes. And you know the other one. I
We'll
was
get to the
about
other
to
one. We'll
we'll
get
get
to
to
the
the
other
other one, but oh child, they were David. It would not have been pretty. This podcast would have been a whole different podcast if they would have did that. But okay.
Who's
Um,
next on your list?
Next on my list is Ruby Ray.
Okay.
I really like Ruby Ray, and she sang "Till Forever Falls Apart." I really loved how she sang this song. Like she's so not assuming. And then all of a sudden, before you realize how good she is, she done grabbed you by the throat, and you like, oh, where did that come from? Like she was nice and sweet and soft and subtle, and then all of a sudden, boom, she gave us these notes that was out of this. It was cool. I really enjoyed Ruby Ray in this. I was like, girl, okay. Okay. I enjoyed her. I thought she was really, really good. And it was such a sweet performance. It was such a sweet performance. I loved it.
See, you're throwing me off. You're picking people I didn't expect. She was,
Oh.
yeah, she was number 14 on my list. But like once again, it was because I didn't get to see the full thing. I wanted to see more. But I thought she was good. It came across like a bit theatrical. Like I could see her on Broadway for sure. But she has a
Hmm.
really, really strong voice. And I'm excited to actually see full performances
Hmm.
from everybody starting next week.
Absolutely.
I guess we'll only
Absolutely.
get half of them next week. Next on my list, though, I had Jesse Feinling.
Oh.
We've liked him a lot. We loved him in Hollywood. He sang "Photographed" by Ed Sheeran.
Oh.
Beautiful, beautiful voice. I like that he did his own thing with it too, because I love Ed Sheeran. Ed
Hmm.
Sheeran is not like a vocalist. Like he's got a great voice,
Hmm.
but Jesse was like, well, if I'm going to sing this song, you're going to see that I can actually really sing. So he took a lot of liberties to really show off range. Um, yeah, I thought it was beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has so many layers to his voice. He's one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was number like two on my list.
Okay.
Like, oh, I love Jesse. And yeah, he was another one that had me bouncing in my bed and had my hands in the air because the way he delivered this song was so beautiful. He gave us a little bit, then he did a little something with it, and then by the middle, he was just feeling it. He was Jesse. Like in the beginning, he gave us a little Ed. He was like, "I'm gonna stick with Ed's version. I'm gonna sing it that way, and I'm gonna do a little thing." But in the middle, by the middle and the end, he gave us Jesse, and I absolutely thought he was so fantastic,
Mhm.
so good. I When he got the platinum card thing, I was like, "Duh."
He didn't
Like
get the card.
he didn't get the card. No, no, he
Mm-mm.
didn't. It was no, he didn't. It was Brooks and no, he did. I thought he's. I don't know
We'll
why,
talk about
but
the other
we'll
two,
talk about the other one.
though.
But yeah, he deserves to make it to that top.
Yep.
Jesse was so good. I enjoyed him. I loved
Watch
him.
out for him.
Watch out for him because he has such a sweet spirit about him that can make the audience just fall in love with him. And once the audience falls in love with him, it doesn't really matter what they do week to week. They just go vote for him because they love him.
Yep.
But they go love him and he go be so good. It's just
Mhm.
watch out for that one.
Mhm.
Um, my next one is Embryomi. She sang Rise Up. I thought 16 years old. This girl's 16 years old. And I was like, okay, I can. And here's the thing, did I feel like this performance was her best performance? No. But what I heard and what I felt in this performance made you want to hear more. And that's the reason I feel like she needed to go for it because she made me want to continue to hear her. It was some people who sang, and I was like, I think we heard the best that we go hear from them. I think we've heard everything that they can do. With her, I was like, what else you got? Because I know you got more. I feel it. I can hear it. You got more. And she's 16. If she's singing like this at 16, what is 2025 going to sound like when she's just continuing to grow into her? Baby, I am impressed.
Mhm. Yeah, another one they didn't show the full performance for. She was number 13 on my list. I still really liked her. I think she's got an incredible voice, especially for her age. My only issue that I had was I was hearing a lot of Andrea Day, and I wanted her to kind of get away from the stylings that Andrea Day does on that song and do her own thing. And that's kind of been my thing with her the whole competition is she's really good at singing like other people, and I want her to do something so out of the box that she has no choice but like to purely sing it the way she would sing it. And I think when she does, and I think she's going to have plenty of opportunities to do so, when she does, it's going to be a moment for sure because she's incredibly talented.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Next on my list, at number 5, I had Keela Richardson. Um, this is the other person. I was like, you better not be choosing between Keela
She was my
and
number one. She was
Micaiah.
my number
Okay,
one. She was my
okay.
number one.
Yeah, I just really love this performance. Her voice sounded incredible. It reminded me of, I wonder if you could guess. It reminded me of one of my favorite gospel artists. Like a lot of her uh, mannerisms and like just vocal inflections. No.
I don't know because I only hear one gospel artist in my head, and
Okay.
I say it every week.
Yeah, she was giving me Karen Clark sheared a bit on this one.
I can,
Um,
yeah, I can see that.
but
But
yeah, I thought she was incredible. Like this is a good example of like singing something that isn't like, oh, like obviously she would sing that. Like this is not an obvious song choice for her, but she put her own stamp on it and nailed the vocals. Like even watching it back a second time today, I was like, this is even better than I remembered. So I really love Keela, and I love her son too. Like always having him watching her is also a highlight of the episode. So yeah, she's great.
she was my number one. She was my number one. She has been my number one. Like she does that. She does that thing where she takes songs where you don't expect her to sing, and she sings it, and she stamps it Keela. And she's done it week after week after week. That's why I'm like, this is not new. But what she did to 1,000 years and took that song and gave it a gospel spin, that twist to it, she took them to church on 1,000 years. And I was like, yes, ma'am. That was like she was the first one of the first out. But I was up, like I was on my knees in the middle of my bed, like, oh my God, girl. That was so dang good. I when they called her last in that 20, I was about to kick over a table. I was
It was
about to kick
stressing me
over a
out.
table. It was stressing me out. I was like, if you don't call Keela Richardson right now, I promise you, American Idol, you will not hear the end of me. I will write you every day to say how awful that is. This was such a head turner of a performance. Like deserve. Oh my God. I don't even have words to say how great that performance was. It was so good. She ate that up. She deserves to be in that top 20. I could see her winning this whole thing if America votes like America might vote, but she gonna have some struggles because I can see Fantasia in her. I could see a lot of Fantasia-esque moments with her.
Mhm.
She's gonna have some moments on this show where people are gonna be like blown away. I cannot wait to see the journey that she's gonna take us on because man, she know how to take a song, flip it, reverse it, twist it, do all the things, and make it Keela. And if oof, I'm so excited for her. So excited for her. My next person that I like I said, it's not in the order my orders or whatever because I ain't had no order. But Ray, Ray saying "I'll be there" to her sister who was sitting right there. I thought first of all I was nervous because I was like, okay, is she gonna let her emotions take over? And she was shaky a little bit in the beginning. I was like, okay, Ray. But then she got comfortable and she got into that pocket in her sweet spot. And when she got into her sweet spot, I was like, okay, okay. Okay, Ray, I see it. I see it, and I feel like she is somebody else who can give us moments. She is going to be somebody who's going to give us a moment. She go find the right song, and when she finds that song, it's gonna be a summertime moment. It's gonna be a uh um when Chris Daughtry sang "Home" or "Wanted Dead or Alive." It's gonna be that moment where we would just when Ruben started saying "Superstar." It's gonna be those moments when Clay Aiken sang "Bridge Over Troubled Water." It's gonna be those moments when you remember these people. Like you hear me just naming these
Mhm.
people off the top of my dome because I remember them singing. Kimberly Locke singing. Uh, oh, cause under I so hold the key, running up these walls into me. You know, I can't make you love me. I can't make you love me. Like just those things that go, ooh, oh, I can't wait till she finds that song and gives us that moment because she has it. She has it. She's so little and so petite. That voice should not come out of somebody so tiny, but it does. She has a powerful, soulful voice that I can't wait to see what she does in this top 20.
Yeah, I completely agree. First person you've named that's actually on my list. She was number 3 for me. She's probably the closest thing I think we've seen to Kelly Clarkson
Mm,
since Kelly Clarkson. Like you all may remember Kelly Clarkson for what she's done post show, but this is
mm-mm,
the kind of music she was doing on the show. Like she
mm-hmm.
was always doing like soul R&B stuff like this.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I really love this performance because she showed us all the like different layers of her voice. She gave us really really strong low notes. She gave us the high notes. She gave us
Mm-hmm.
power. She gave us restrained. She's exactly what the show needs. So I'm really loving Ray. She's one of my favorites for sure.
Absolutely.
Um, but number 4 for me, okay, occasionally on the show, like in the semifinals, there will be a person that comes out and performs, and I'm like, wait, who is this person? We haven't seen this person, have we? And that happened in this episode because there was somebody who was not on my radar. Maybe they showed him in the auditions, but I don't remember it.
Oh, this is who I think it is. I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Philmon Lee. He's
Oh,
saying All I Want. Um,
mhm.
his voice, oh my gosh, like that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vocal. He was not on my radar, but yeah, I think vocally he's there. Like he could also record an album tomorrow. Um, I think maybe compared to a lot of people, he doesn't immediately like exude star quality. So maybe that's what he needs to work on. But if he's going to be singing like this throughout the rest of the competition, watch out for him too. I mean, it gave me the moment that like uh Latoya London in season 3 of American Idol. They didn't show her at all until the semifinals. And then she
Mhm.
came out and sang All by Myself by Celine Dion. And people were like, wait, who's this girl? She's a front runner. And that's
Mhm.
kind of how I feel about him. I think he could be a front runner after this.
I didn't hear that. Yeah, he was somebody who didn't pop up on my radar either. And I heard, I was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. All right. Somebody else who did the same exact thing, Julian. And he's
Mm.
singing his own original song, Surrender. And I was like, where did you come from? Who are you? But I like you. Like I thought he has such a pure voice, just so rich, and I I just really enjoyed this performance. And I was like, huh, okay, I can't wait to see what you do in the 20 because honestly, I didn't. Well, he was not there for me this entire time. I was like, I don't even remember his audition. I don't remember him in Hollywood. I just didn't remember him. But this performance for me, I was like, oh, I see what you got going on there. And I kind of like it. I want to see more. He made me want to see more. So I hope he gives us some moments in 20.
Hmm. What's funny is like we have such a different list. We're going to end up talking about almost everybody. Julian was not on my list, but he is somebody I've remembered, especially because of his story, how he made it to Hollywood last year, but he had to drop out because he was going through some internal struggles. But he
Mm,
really does feel like he's ready this season. He was only 20 on my list, but that's because I like so many people. He does have a really good voice. He's another person though. Like I want to hear him do the perfect song that will leave a lasting impression on me. And I
yeah,
think he's capable of that for sure.
absolutely.
Well, we're down to my top 2. So these two were definitely my standouts. Number 2 for me, I'm gonna say it. I think this might be the best vocalist in the competition.
And if you say who I think it is, this is somebody who I think can win. We
Yeah,
saying the same thing.
maybe Jordan McCullough.
Yep, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he I think he has been the most consistent person this competition. His audition, his Hollywood,
Yep,
this vocally, he's nailing
every
every
single
every
time,
single note.
every single
Uh,
time.
man, he's so good. He sang "Grandma's Hands" by Bill Withers, which was a great choice. His tone was so rich. His vocals were like a throwback for me. Um, the key change. I love when that
Oh,
happened, and he just released all of his grit. There's a reason he's on the cover of this YouTube video for me. I always send Lana different images. I'm like, this has to be on our cover video for the YouTube video, and I had to pick Jordan. Watch out for this guy, so good.
he was so like he was number two. Like I was like with him, but he was in my top three. It was him,
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, and
Keela.
Keela. Like I loved him when he start. First of all, how you gonna let him start the show off, and that's gonna be what we start off with? The bar is up here. The bar is up here. Everybody else had to reach that. That was so. One thing about Jordan, and I will say, and I know I can see it, that man is a church singer. He is a praise leader. He
Mm-hmm.
is a worship singer and at his core, which is also very good in a show like this because he knows how to engage with the audience and he knows music. And when he did that key change, it was like, hold on, let me take it up. And I said, oh, no, you didn't. And he turned this song is already very soulful. Very Grandma's Hands are very soul boom, 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 boom. You like it's just it's in that groove, it's in that pocket. And then he took it and sold it up a little bit more and then give a little gospel flip. I Jordan, he is quickly rising to one of my favorite people on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He is, like you said, so consistent. I cannot wait to see what he does in the 20 and have that moment. What I need him to have his moment of a song that we just never expect to hear from him, and he just turn it out. Like we have seen him do very soulful, like oldie, like soul classics. What is he gonna do when country week come up? What is he gonna do when rock week come up? Like I want to see him stepping outside of that comfort zone but then making it comfortable again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
want to see what he does with these things that something songs he just would not sing usually, and then turn it into a Jordan song where you be like, I ain't never imagined hearing that song sound like that. And I think Jordan can do it. I love him. I look, that's everybody on my list. We have named everybody on my list.
Okay. Well, you didn't have my number one on your list then.
Who's that?
That's okay. Number
Wait,
one on my list
Madison.
was Kindle Inskeep. She
Okay.
sang an original song called Woman of Me to her mother. Oh my gosh. I immediately got chills as she was singing this song. Just, I love the lyrics. You could tell there's so much heart and so much love for her mother as she was singing it. Even rewatching it today, like I teared up watching this back. I just think she's got such star quality in her voice. I think out of everybody, she is the most ready to go make an album. And like when we were introduced to her in the auditions, somebody had just like auditioned with one of her songs, which was wild because I think she's established enough in
Mm-hmm.
Nashville that she is an artist and
Mm-hmm.
she just needs this stage so the
Mm-hmm.
world can know her. But Kindle, like I want you to go back and rewatch that
I'm
one,
gonna have to because I
Lana.
cannot remember it.
Yeah, she was just so good to me, and I thought she absolutely. We didn't talk about it. Jordan got the platinum ticket from the
Yes,
other idols, but Kindle got it. She got it from the industry people,
industry people.
which
Hmm.
makes sense because she feels so industry
She
ready.
feels the industry plan, like she industry ready,
Hmm.
and
Absolutely.
that's interesting. I have to go back. I feel like I was breezing through this so fast because I was watching it this morning, and I might have skipped over it or
Maybe.
might have like zoned out because I was taking in so much. So, but I will go
Yeah.
back and rewatch
I
it.
I think the lyrics will really stand out to you. Like I thought it would be something that would be a standout, like just knowing like about your parents,
Hmm.
and
See, oh,
and just
I
hearing her
might have
talk
zoned
about
out. I might
yeah,
have zoned out. I
maybe
might have zoned out, girl. And it's nothing to do with her. It's all because of my emotions and feelings. So maybe I'll go
fair.
back and watch it. I will go back and watch it. And if it's something, I will make a note of it
Yeah.
next week's show. If
Okay, good, good. Should we briefly talk about Sheldon and Chloe and what kind of happened to both of them?
Yeah, we could talk about it because
Yeah.
honestly, and here's the thing, I understand. I've been there. I've been in a situation where singing this song is so very emotional. You can feel in all the emotions. And Chloe and Sheldon, they just felt these emotions in this song, and then they just couldn't get through the song. Now, both of them recovered well.
Yeah.
They recovered well. But in a competition like American Idol, you don't have the luxury or the leisure to be emotional and get through the competition,
Hmm.
especially when it's a judging vote and everybody's so good. This is
Yep.
top 30, and nobody got to top 30 by happenstance. Nobody got to top 30 because people felt sorry and or their story was good. Everybody who made it in that top 30 were very talented and have really good voices and in their own unique ways. And so when you go through a song and you get so wrapped up in emotions or nerves or whatever, and you can't complete the song, like Sheldon got so emotional at the beginning he couldn't get through the first part, and then but got it good in the middle and was there, but then lost it again at the end.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, you don't have the luxury. It's like Eminem said, you got one shot. You can't let it blow. You can't blow your shot. And unfortunately for him, for them and for Chloe. Chloe couldn't. She just lost it. She was emotional. She was nervous. She missed the cue. She was already singing a very big song in Hello from Adele, and to get up there and just be so I felt horrible for the both of them because I could understand it. Like, oh, I get it. I've cried in songs and it's like, oh, but I was doing it at church and nobody cared. And everybody was like, go ahead, sing, baby. Like nobody cares when you're doing it at church, but they care when you're doing it for a competition. And to say, as talented as both of them were, this just wasn't their time. And it was and I will say this for Sheldon. Chloe, she just a ball of emotion. She was singing for her son. She just lost it. And she knew it. For Sheldon, I feel like he's so still in his own self, still trying to figure out who he is as a person as well as an artist. And I feel like he's so into himself that he didn't or they didn't really get to they're not able to be vulnerable. And when you're singing and having emotional slides like that, you got to be able to let the walls down. And I was about to say something I never thought I'd say, but I agree with Carrie Underwood when she told him, your walls, you were building your walls up right before our eyes, and it felt that way. Even watching him, I felt like he is not letting us through. He's not letting us in. We don't know. We know he's emotional, but we don't know why. We don't, and then like even if you're emotional, it's like it just feels so like we're hitting a brick wall with him every week. Every time he performs, we hit a brick wall with him. I need him to come out, and and that is just because he now has to figure out who he is as a who they are as a person, and I don't feel like they know that yet.
Hmm. I agree. Yeah, I agree with everything you've said, actually. It's interesting because I remember when Chloe auditioned, I was like, she is a bundle of nerves. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if she's able to contain that when she's on a stage in front of an audience. And I think she kind of proved that she hasn't conquered the nerves yet. But I think once she does, she'll be a force. So I don't know if she's able to come back and audition for future seasons, but I hope so because she's got so much potential. But yes, I agree with Sheldon. Like, yeah, he's had some really good performances so far, but we have to think
Mm-hmm.
about it. There's been an audition, a Hollywood Week performance, and then this. So if one third of your performances is you not being able to contain your emotion, I don't think those first two performances are enough to send anyone through. Not a
Mm-mm.
single person from this cast. Um, if they have like one out of three performances where they can't keep it together. And I appreciate the fact that he had real emotions, but
Mm-hmm.
like you said, we're not in on that. So we can't tell if it's why you're emotional, if you're emotional because you're nervous, or if it's something resonating with you with the song, or if you're even just covering up from a mistake that you did and making it seem like you're emotional. I don't think it was that, but
No, no.
yeah, I just need consistency right now. I want to know that you're going to be reliable if you're going to be in the top 20.
Absolutely.
So I understand why they were both cut for sure.
I do too, and I think that they can come back because I think you can only not come back if you make it to the top 20.
Okay.
So they can still come back and do it. They just need to work on the emotions because even as a singer, you can be emotional, but you can't be emotional in competition, and that's
Right.
the thing. You can't not finish a song or stop singing in a competition,
Time
especially
and
when you got
place.
time and place, especially when you got 29 other people or 28 other people who did finish their song, who did sing amazing, and you go take a spot from one of them because you have a sad, emotional moment.
Hmm.
No, you do that once you become somebody. Once you get on your own stage, you can sing. And we've seen Adele cry in the song. We've seen Beyonce cry. We've seen a lot of people cry in the middle of their song. But you have to be an established artist to do stuff like that. You can't be on a competition show and expect that to fly, unfortunately. And that's just how it rolls. But
Yeah.
they can come back. I hope they do. I really do. I hope both of them do because I think they are very super talented.
Hmm. Yeah, I was also annoyed they didn't show Bella Emery, who was becoming one of my favorites since the audition. They didn't show Jackie Lee, who I loved on The Voice many years ago. I don't know why they even bothered to just not show six people. But here's what I want to do, Lana. I want to be bold now that we have our top 20. I want us to make a winner prediction and see if either of us are right by the end of the season.
Oh, I have three people in my head, but I
Give
know we
us
got to bring
three,
it
but
down to
then give
one.
us the main one.
My main one. I'm going between two people,
You want me
and
to
it's
go first?
between no, it's between Jesse and Jordan. I feel like Jesse might be that one though.
Okay. Well, this isn't as fun then.
You agree with
I
me?
put Jesse. Yes, I put Jesse is my winner prediction. Yeah, I just think he's the kind of person that he has the talent, but he also has the audience appeal. Like he's the kind
Yes.
of person the audience is going to be inclined to vote for. His story, his demographics, his vocal talent. So yeah,
Yeah. I
he's my
feel like
best.
I think he got it. But I feel like a lot of people, I said Jordan, and I also feel like Ray is somebody who America will fall in love with.
Hmm. I
If
could
she
see
keeps
that.
giving us those belts and those moments, and if she has those, all I'm gonna say is this top 20 is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a hard. Every week, somebody go home and be like, "Dang,
Hmm.
oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt."
Yeah, it is. And if the show stays like this quality, I think this is going to be my favorite section to talk about on
Okay.
Roundup each week, which is probably why we've gone uh,
This
over
time.
30 minutes talking about 35 minutes talking about just American Idol.
But we're gonna move on because we have to
Hmm.
and talk about the voice. Interesting week. I will say American Idol had my favorite song singer variety show this week, but we wrapped up blinds auditions for the voice, and we know who our triple turn winner is. Team
Hmm.
Kelly
Yep.
won the triple
Yeah.
turn. Good on her.
While we're talking about that, I think there is a flaw in the logic about the person who has the most triple turns getting an advantage for a steal, because I'm like, well, you probably have the people that need to be stolen the most. Like it should probably go to the person that got the fewest triple turns, that they should get some advantage to make their team a little bit stronger. Um,
Yeah.
but it's like now you might have to like lose one of your big front runners because there's nobody to super steal them. I don't know.
Right.
It's a little backwards.
I get it. But let's talk about the voice because I think I have four people who
Okay.
stood out for me.
I have three.
Uh, I'm gonna start with my, I guess my fourth favorite, but go up to my first, KJ Willis singing Tenderoni, who went to Team Legend. His voice is so, ugh, I just love it. I love that he got all those little trills and runs in him that he can just do it. And his voice is highish, but not as like it's not falsetto, but it's just the timbre of his voice is nice, and he can do some things with it that is just it just tickles my ears, and I'm like, okay, I kind of really enjoy him. I feel like he just needs to find the perfect songs for him. But I think he can be a contender in this show. I can see him maybe winning a battle if depending on who he goes with. But I really liked him. I thought he was fun. He started off the show. He was the one person I saw the preview for. I was like, okay, I liked him. I thought he was really really good. Um, my third favorite, Aziz Guerrero. I really liked his tone of his voice. The He sang El Triste, a Spanish song, and the tone, the fullness, the richness of his voice. And he took a chance by singing the Spanish song, but he sang it so beautifully that I was like, oh. I was with Adam because I understood where Adam was coming from. Adam was like, I didn't want to turn around. He said, I wanted to turn around just because you were singing in Spanish and because you were singing, doing something different. But I waited because I wanted to hear the quality of your voice, which was the smartest thing he should have done. Because, yeah, it could be, I hate how he said it, but novelty. And I hated that because I'm like, speaking Spanish is not a novelty. That's somebody's whole culture and language. That is not a novelty.
Hmm.
But I understood what he meant because, yes, you want it because it's diverse. You want the diversity on your team. You want that sound. But you also have to listen to what the show is called, The Voice. And I thought he had such an amazing voice that I was like, I want him on this show. I want to see what else he could do. And I like that. So I'm excited that Adam picked him up and Adam was able to get him. And so he is on the show. I don't know how far he's going to get, but I'm excited that he's there. I'm excited that he's there. My second favorite, McKinley Brown, singing Teenage Dream. She got the triple turn. She got me at the very first part of her voice when she started off slow, the song Slow, and you can hear the soulfulness in her voice and that little rasp, little. She just real. I don't know. I'm a sucker for people who turn the song and just flip it around and twist it and reverse it and do it a little bit different than the artist. I loved it. I loved how she did it. But baby, the star of this show, the star of this here episode, Sid, she took to that stage, burned the whole thing down, and left everybody just in awe. I loved her so much. She was the one I was like, yeah, I was like, I like everybody else. I like, baby, I was hands up. I was like, you singing Mama Knows Best from Jessie J. I was like, first of all, that's a big voice you follow and you singing. Jessie J got a big voice, and you singing Jessie J. And guess what? I think she did it better. I feel like I liked it better. I feel like I liked it better. I was so in awe, and when like even when Kelly was so mad because she had a full team by the time Sid came out. Adam and John was fighting for her left and right. I loved that whole thing, and I honestly thought she was going to team Adam. I was like, she gonna pick Adam. I think she's leaning towards Adam. But when John said the song, singer songwriter thing, and how she needs to cultivate her in that, as you saw the twinkle in her eye, how she was just like, and I was like, ooh, oh, think John just snagged it right in that moment, and he did. but I have a feeling, John, you will not hold her long because I feel like that super steal is going her way. I
Mm.
think Kelly is stealing her as soon as she can, and she would be right to do that because that girl could win this show.
Yeah, we don't know what the super steely is, but like I can't imagine John cutting her. But if
Oh,
that like if you can steal somebody without them being cut, yeah, he needs to watch out.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I had my top three, but number four for me was actually Aziz. So I'm glad you mentioned him. But number three for me, I agree. KJ Willis singing "Ronnie" by Bobby Brown. Man, I wrote down runs for days. Like he
For
had so
days.
many great runs. Really good tone, great vibe. He had a lot of charisma and style going on, and I thought it was really cute when it showed his parents talking about who he should pick. And they were like Kelly, and one's Kelly, one's John. And those were the two that turned around for him. So that was kind of funny.
Hmm.
Um, my number two, you didn't mention, but it was Drew Russell. She sang Blue Bayou by
Oh,
Roy
yeah, I
Orbison.
liked her. I liked
Mm.
her.
First of all,
Her
she's
name is Take Six, the daughter from
take
Take
six.
Six.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
was
I
like,
was
oh,
like, and
throwback.
I think that's what threw me off because I expected a little bit more.
Yeah, it did not seem, it did not have the vibe of Take Six at all. Uh, But yeah, I thought she had a beautiful voice, especially those upper notes. Like her higher
Hmm.
register was so pretty for me. And I thought she was adorable. Like
She is adorable.
I love her fashion sense. Yeah, she just was not what I expected, but in a very like good way.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, number one for me, of course, was Sid. Uh, yeah, Sid had the moment, maybe the moment of the whole auditions. I'd have to think about it.
Dishes, I might have to think about it too. I
Mhm.
think it's her.
Yeah, she picked such an ambitious song and she thoroughly nailed it. My only thing, and this is not a bad thing for the performance, it's all level 10, you
Mm,
know? Like it comes out hot, it stays hot, like it's all power, all high. So I want to hear her do a song where she has levels, where she shows
hmm.
more
Range.
range. Yeah.
Hmm.
But she even like even with it starting high, she still hit like this really high note that she absolutely nailed. But yeah, she was great. She's somebody to watch out for. And poor Kelly, like even while she was singing, I'm like, this is somebody
It's
Kelly
Kelly.
could do so many things with. Uh,
Hmm.
I wonder if she would have picked Kelly if that was an option.
She's I don't know. She
I,
said she liked Kelly. I think she might have.
yeah, especially with as passionate as Kelly was about her, I think she might have. But
Yeah, Kelly would have put up a huge fight for her, I
oh
think.
yeah, oh yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, I loved it. I think Sid is a powerhouse and she if she keeps up and like you said, I do want to see her sing a ballad, but she
Yeah.
has to do those levels and
Yeah.
bring it in and bring it out. Like, oh, I think she could eat it up.
Mhm.
And I think her being on John's team could help her with that because we all know John can sing a ballad like
Oh yeah.
nobody's business. And so taking that and hearing, oh, I can't
Mhm.
wait for her. I can't. She made me excited for The Voice again this season. I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited to see what he does and what Kelly does with their team because I watched The Voice early on, but I stopped watching her at, like after season 10. So
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever seen John Legend or Kelly as a coach on The Voice
Oh
until now.
wow.
So what they're like is brand new for me.
Oh,
I
they're
would
great
trust them though
coaches.
because they're both incredible artists. So
Mhm. Yeah, they are really good coaches, and I think Kelly's record proves that she's a great coach.
yeah.
And John, the teams that he always gets is always so like you would never think they would like, oh, this is not John Legend's
Mhm.
team. But then what he does with them, you'd be like, oh, but this is so John Legend's team. I think I'm excited. These three coaches were my like. I understand some people like I don't really like these three. I like these three. I think these are the first for this to be the first time they want it like this. I think this was the perfect three. It gives a little bit of a lot of difference, but similar. Like all
Mhm.
of them really, really just sing, 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 sing
For sure.
for sure. So I'm excited. Let's move on to the Masked Singer.
Yeah, so they're really running out of theme nights for the Masked Singer because the theme for this night was Care Bears night. So yeah, we had a bunch of Care Bear costumes out on the stage, and Ken was in a Care Bear onesie. But so the first artist we had singing was Pangolin. She sang "Flashdance, What a Feeling" by Irene Cara. Um, this was the person last week that I predicted would be Christina Perry. Um, but what's interesting is they did super clues before each of them performed. And her super clue was Christina Perry coming out. So, unless she is a magician and she could be two places at the same time, she's not Christina Perry,
Hmm.
but they're friends, I guess. Um, but yeah, I thought she did a really solid vocal. It sounded very inspired by Celine Dion. I'm not getting Carly Rae Jepsen as much as I did last week, so I'm kind of at a loss. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna piggyback on Brooke's guess from last week, and I'm gonna go with Rachel Platten. It makes sense. Similar voice. So yeah, I'm just gonna steal Brooke's guess that I probably would not have come up with on my own.
Oh.
Um, and then next we had High Voltage doing Bad Day by Daniel Powder. The clue was like somebody riding a horse, so they were like saying cowboy, and he kept saying like, "Oh, there's clues right in front of your eyes." So he has this 22V on his chest. The vocals were fine. I don't care about the performance, so I'm more focused on who is this. So I was like, okay, cowboy, 22. Like, let me Google and see who was number 22 for the Dallas Cowboys. So, like, is it going to be anybody I know? Because I don't know sports. But sure enough, there was a very famous person that I know of that was number 22 for the Cowboys, and it has since been retired. But that was Emmett Smith.
Hmm.
But I'm like, this does not sound like it would be Emmett Smith at all. I don't think it's Emmett Smith. I'm just missing the connection. But it seemed to be something to do with sports. But since I didn't have anything, I was like, I'm just going to stick with my guess from last week, Jimmy Tatro.
Okay.
Then third, we had Picasso coming back singing Dreams by the Cranberries. I've already said I think this is Pat Monahan. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm pretty dang positive this is Pat Monahan still. But I really like this performance. He did like a slowed down country version that like picked up like halfway through with banjos. And I thought it was a really interesting cover of this song. Very, very good. I do think Picasso is still one of the front runners. The clue involved like an Olympic torch. So I'm like, let me Google Pat Monahan Olympics. And sure enough, Pat Monahan sang with Train in the 2002 Olympics in Salt Lake City. So I think I got this one locked up.
Okay.
Then we had our last performance of the night. It was Crane singing Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan. So I had guessed a few weeks ago that I think this is Dinah from
Hmm.
Fifth Harmony. But so as I'm listening to the song, well, first the clue that she gave was like a football player bending down and like proposing.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, are you engaged to a football player? But as she was singing, I'm like, I know this voice. I know this voice. Like I know it. And I paused. I paused halfway through the song, and I went on Spotify, and I clicked on Wild Side by Normani. I'm like, let me just play a little bit of this. And I listened, and I'm like, that is the same voice. That's the same voice. So I continued the performance. As I was watching it, I'm like, Normani, fiance. She's
Yes,
engaged.
football player.
She's engaged
Absolutely.
to a football player. This is Normani. Um, Unfortunately, like I didn't get to be special because Rita guesses Normani, and Jenny's like, oh yeah, I wrote that down a couple weeks ago because of the construction clue work. I'm
Work.
like, okay, so I was on the right track when I guessed Dinah, but I just
Hmm.
didn't have Normani's voice clocked yet. So this is definitely Normani. So there's three people: Pat Monahan, Normani, Ashley Simpson. I'm so confident that those are right.
Hmm.
Um, But we did have a bottom two, and it was Pangolin versus High Voltage. So they sang "I'm So Excited" by the Pointer Sisters. For me, Pangolin hands down won this. This made it very clear High Voltage is not a singer. Everybody else that is competing in this round are professional singers. Um, and sure enough, High Voltage was unmasked. So there was another clue about cleats. So I'm like, soccer? I don't know. They started guessing Ted Lasso things or other football players. Um, and then they pointed out that the brain was actually a soccer ball. So I'm like, okay, do I know soccer players? No, I don't. But he was unmasked, and I have no idea who this man is. Maybe you'll know him. His name is Alexi Lawless, and I think he's like a sports commentator. Um, so yeah, good for him. I never would have guessed him because I did not know he existed before before this week.
Alexi Lawless?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, it was an interesting episode. I think the front runners are definitely Crane and Pugcasso. I think it's got to be one of those two winning this season, but we'll see.
Okay. Oh, he's a cow. Alexi Lawless. Oh, okay. Oh, well, he's on Fox Sports, so yeah, I would never know who that is.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'm
he's a
glad I'm
sports
not the only one.
analyst and a soccer player. Yeah, don't know
Okay.
that
I mean, he
name.
had a good voice. He had a good voice. He just doesn't like it's hard to compete with Normani, you know?
Absolutely. Don't know him, but all right. Good on you, sir, I guess. Oh well, I guess it's time for a little bit of news then, huh?
Yep.
So Mark Ballas has is going Broadway. And I love to see it. He's going to be in Broadway's Chicago with his dancing partner that he just performed with in last season of Dance with the Stars, Whitney Levitt. And so he is being cast as Billy Flynn. And so it's nice to see them together again. And they'll be performing from April 6th to May 3rd. I love Mark Ballas. We just saw him on Traders, and so I guess this is just a bump from his Traders stint to now doing Broadway. I love to see people from Dance with the Stars getting to do more things outside of Dance with the Stars and going on the tours. So good for you, Mark. You had a successful run in Traders, and now you get to go do Broadway, which I know he's going to be fantastic in because Mark can sing and Mark can dance. So I'm excited to see Mark Ballas on Chicago, which
Yeah.
is one of my favorite musicals to watch. I love that.
Chicago.
I love
I love
Chicago.
Chicago. It's such a short run though. Like you've only got like 4 weeks if you want to go see him to catch him, but yeah, I had no idea that he sang. But I also didn't really know him before the Traders.
Yeah, Mark Ballas is a great dancer, great singer, and so I'm excited to see what Mark could do. It's good on you, Mark. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where that goes and how he does. But that's all we have for this section of news. We'll be back later. We're gonna start with our social strategy, and we'll start with Survivor Australia.
Yeah. So at first, I do want to say, like I've been critical of David. The Golden God is one of my absolute favorites. But this was the first week that I really started to feel like he's coming into his own. He's starting to banter with the contestants. He's calling himself Survivor Daddy, which I mean has been fitting because Jackson keeps calling him Dad like every
Right.
episode. But I want to give him his props because I've been harsh on him. I don't think I've been harsh. I think I've been honest and fair with him, honestly.
Mhm.
Um, but what's interesting is this week I was like, okay, I feel like Dawn is going to get his redemption arc because we started off the week with Dawn basically saying that he's gonna like change up how he's playing. He's gonna start fresh, and he was clocking things. Like he had Sally coming up and talking about getting rid of Mark, and I thought Dawn did a really good job of being convincing to her in the moment. Like, oh yeah, I'm down. I'm down to do that. I was impressed. But man, how quickly that fell apart. And I know you were happy. I know you don't like Dawn. I didn't love Dawn, but I like people that bring something to the TV program. So I was a little sad to see him leave this soon. You know?
I don't. I mean, I wasn't sad to see him go. I don't hate Don. I just feel like Don was very annoying, and this was the episode that Don got kicked out was the one that he was the least annoying, and I was like, oh well, that sucks
Right?
because actually maybe he could have a redemption story with my eyes. Maybe I could start to like him a little bit. This was the one episode I was like, okay, he don't have to go. Somebody else could go, but then he went, and I was like, well, Julie, well, I guess. Um, but
It
yeah,
was impressive switching the vote up at tribal
at
council
tribal, yeah,
like that.
I feel like Keely,
Keely,
she
yeah, with
just she
assistance from Faith, yeah.
yeah they just for me it showed me I'm like that's a dangerous duo right there, and that's a group I would want to keep my eye on, but I'm
Yeah.
not in the game. But yeah, they showed some stuff, and I was like, okay, period.
It seemed like Richard, he like what we've been shown at least so far, like his biggest connection since they swapped was Mark. So I thought since the news wasn't coming directly from Mark that he would be a bit hesitant to do it, but he went for it.
They
So I was
did.
impressed. But I do kind of feel like it might have backfired on him and Lindell because I do think Mark might have been more willing to protect them both if he knew that he could rely on them to vote the way that he's expecting them to. The next episode that we do see, like Richard with his scheme to try to get the other tribe to throw the challenge, which I thought was very entertaining. I can't
Mm-hmm.
believe they all fell for it. Like, there's no way. Like they've seen Mark play. There's no way Mark's gonna bully this guy and steal his jacket and his
Right.
hat. So the fact that they all fell for that and Brooke's like, no, I don't think this is serious, guys. I think this is a joke. It was kind of funny. But yeah, it's hard to throw a challenge when there's so much unpredictability, especially in
Mm-hmm.
this version of Survivor. It's so unpredictable usually. I can't blame them for not throwing the challenge.
Right.
Um, I do think the big moment though this week was like the third episode, episode 9, where we saw both tribes go to tribal council, and there was a lot of concern over whether somebody can give up a necklace to somebody because only one tribe would actually vote somebody out. There's a
Mm-hmm.
fire making challenge between our two veteran guys. Simon won, and then he wanted to give up his necklace. He wanted to give it up before fire making to Richard, and then he wanted to do it after fire making too. I think my theory is production did not have a plan for this. They weren't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no precedent for this. So I think that the fact that Simon had the ambition to ask for it, I felt like they were just rewarding it. Maybe if they knew ahead of time that this would be something that he would ask, they would be like, "Well, let's talk this out and decide if we're going to allow this or when we're going to allow this." But I think since they were just planning on the fly, I don't know if David had somebody in his ear. I think he just was like, "Okay, you're asking for it. Sure, let's do it." There's no precedent either way. So I was not upset by this. And ultimately, I know you've talked about it. I don't think it changed the outcome. I think Tez had a rough week. I love Tez. I've talked to Tez a bit on Instagram. I think it's so cool when we get to see superfans play Survivor. I don't know that he's built for Survivor. Maybe he could prove me wrong on a returning season, but you could just tell he was so flustered by any interaction. Like anytime somebody would be like, "Hey, how about this strategy?" You talking to me? You're strategizing with me? Like Tez, really endearing, but yeah, I think he was going to leave no matter what.
I said that I just I can I don't think the last two episodes did themselves any favors, and I feel like it was more of a he was even if this was unintentional or intentional. He was playing so clueless that he became useless to people.
Mm,
And you have to have a balance of, yeah, I'm gonna act like I don't know what's going on, but then when I get in little pockets of people, I'm gonna show them I know what's going on, so they can be like, oh, okay, we know what it is. That's you don't really
yeah.
know, and you have to show some signs of, okay, I'm really in this. And he showed those signs to us in confessionals, but it's like they don't see that. All they see is you like, huh? I don't, and you go on the tribal council and you blowing stuff up with then coming back to camp, you're like, well, I didn't know what else to say. I didn't know what else to do, and I didn't know what to do. And it's like you become useless at that point because I don't even know
Right.
where to come with you with anything else. So I just think Tess needs to find the balance. We love Tess here. And
We
like I
do.
said, Tess can
We do.
always come on this podcast anytime. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that was just those last two episodes were not good episodes. And do I think
Especially
he
that
could have done
interaction with him
better?
and Faith.
Yeah. So I was like, Faith, you rude woman for no reason. Like, I, okay. And
Well,
here's the
I
thing.
no, this brings up something. I was going to posit this question. Does this cast have a likability problem?
No, some of them don't. There's a lot of people like, I don't think this is a likable cast of people. I think this is a strategic group of people. I think they can have good gameplay group of people, but are they likable? Not really,
Not
because
really.
I thought I came into this was the preseason. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna like Faith. I'm gonna really like her. I'm gonna really like Keely. I think she's gonna be really sweet. You know, I don't know where she go land, but I think I'm gonna like her. Oh, I think I'm gonna like Jackson and Harry. I think I'm gonna like them a lot too because I think I'm gonna like Caleb. I think I'm gonna like them a lot. Like all these people who I thought I was going to like, and I was like, and some people I do like, and some people I'm just like, you're still here.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't like Faith. I don't really enjoy watching her. She just has this smug look on her face all the time that just makes me want to.
Yeah, she's pretty callous with her interactions. I think part of the problem for me is I really have two people that I find likable,
Mm,
and a lot of that has to do with my investment in them in previous
hmm
seasons, and that's Brooke and Mark. And I'm
hmm
rooting hard for Brooke and Mark.
I
And
don't find
every
Mark that likable.
oh, I'm loving Mark, but every time I hear people plotting against them, I'm like, this makes me hard to root for you because you're coming from my people I like. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't have
know.
that investment with Mark. I
Yeah.
like, and so I don't have that. But I like Brooke. Brooke, on the other
Mhm.
hand, I like her, and I really am investing in her now. And so I don't like hearing people talking about getting rid of her. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? But I also understand why they talking about getting rid of her because what do you mean you don't want to get rid of Brooke? Like, hello, you should want to get rid of Brooke.
Right.
But I hate it. But then I hate my hate for this is because I like Aisha, but I like
Yeah.
Brooke, and I don't want to like.
I want them
But
to
both of
work
them,
together.
I want them to work together, but there's not at all, and I hate that
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, it's some people on this job. I'm like, ugh, am I finding likable
Yeah.
or no? But
I told you this the other day. I'm going to say it here. This Brooke Asia kind of feud that's going on right now. Whoever comes out on top, that's who I'm going to root for between the two.
I
But
hear
right
you.
now, right now, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. I hate it with my whole heart and soul. I hated it. I hate it so much, but I do like Simon though. I still do like Simon. Simon is one of those people who I guess that's my investment because I liked him even though I feel like he hasn't been able to play the game he wanted to play the other times. Now I think he can do that. I think
Okay.
it, and I like him. I like him. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, they not as likable unfortunately. But let's move to another Survivor. Survivor 50. Interesting situation happening over here too.
Yeah, it was an interesting episode. I'm still like waiting for the wheels to fall off. People are like, I love this season and I'm really liking what I'm seeing, but it has potential to go downhill
It does.
fast. Um, I do think this episode might have delivered the single cringiest moment in the history of the show. 50 seasons. It's almost impressive how cringy Jeff was with this rap. Like, what? Was this worse than Chicken and Waffles? I think it was.
I think it was worse than chicken and waffles. I
Oof.
think it was worse. Oh my god, I went on a tangent on our recap. If you haven't seen it, y'all should go see it. On this rap. Like Jeff Probst, you should apologize to the hip hop community. You should apologize to the black community and anybody who has rapped in their life. There's only very few white people who we allow and we give that respect to as a rapper, and they can rap at any time in the day. You are not one of those people, Jeff. And when you do it, you ruin things. You know how we say old people or things are fun and cool until your parents do it. Hip hop is cool, Jeff, until you do it. And you trying to ruin us. I think that is the agenda to ruin hip hop is to let Jeff Pro get on Survivor and rap. Because what are you doing? Snap with me, everybody. Snap with
Yeah.
me. And that was the most cringiest 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 20 seconds or however long. I was like, no, no, no.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that was like, "Okay, you nailed it." They said that they feel like Jeff in his like production, he has surrounded himself with yes men. Like
Mm-hmm.
people who will not give him brutal truth. Oh, you like this? Yes, that's great. Oh, you he needed somebody who would be honest with him, which is funny because it's going to come up to my next point. He needed somebody who was going to give him brutal honesty and tell him, "Don't do this. This is not fun. This is awkward. Like this is a bad idea." But speaking of brutal honesty, this was kind of the episode of people hearing brutal truths.
Mm.
Specifically, the people hearing brutal truths were the women from the 30s seasons. All
Mm-hmm.
three of them had moments where somebody came up and told them something that made them cry. The first one, and the one that I think lacked the most tact, was Coach talking
Coach.
to, yeah, Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
My heart broke for Chrissy. I
Mm-hmm.
love Chrissy. She was my favorite in her season. I've met her. She's a sweetheart. But you could just tell like it was bringing back that trauma from her first season where people just didn't like her. Like she made it to the end. She should have been voted to win, but people didn't like her for whatever reason. And hearing her be like, why did I even put myself through this again? Oh, that broke my heart because I love Chrissy and I really think she has something to bring. She's somebody like I've been wanting to see back for several years now. But I really hope, like, I don't think Coach had bad
It
intentions.
wasn't. It was not malicious at all from Coach. I think he was being honest and telling her the truth because she was doing a lot, and
Yeah,
she was rubbing the tribe the wrong way. He was trying to help. I
yeah.
do think I will give Coach that. It was nothing malicious at all. He was literally like, "I want you to be here, and I want you to stay. So you might want to a little bit, but the trauma that she already faced, yeah."
hmm Yeah, and we saw very similar things. We saw like with the tribe swap, different people were in different situations, so people were able to be like, "Oh yeah, this person's coming for you." Like we saw Emily come up to Angelina and tell her like, "You aren't as good in the tribe as you thought you were. They're all targeting you right now." And
Mm-hmm.
Angelina had a hard like because Emily's also another person that's very blunt and direct.
Mm-hmm.
So Angelina was struggling with this, but like she needed that kick in the pants. Um, who was the other? Oh, we had Tiffany
Mm-hmm.
coming up to Aubrey
Yep.
and telling her, Aubrey, they're targeting you, and we've already seen Aubrey kind of struggling on the show. So she was another person that like it was hard for her to hear this. But what I think is going to be interesting is I think there's going to be stories here with all three of them. And I think it's going to be really fascinating to see who can fully recover from this, take this information and not let it crumble, like make them fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would not be surprised if we saw at least two of these people go very far and show an incredible recovery.
Yeah,
Um,
if I'm gonna put my money on anybody right now, it's Aubrey. I
okay.
feel like Aubrey got the information and was like, hmm, not finna cry, not finna be mad, not finna spiral because what you just did was confirm what I
Yeah.
already knew. She said what I've been thinking, but I didn't know for sure. Now you just confirmed what I was thinking. So thank you. And she got a new ally out the deal,
True.
which for me is great because Aubrey and the Tiffany allyship is not what I thought I needed, but it scratched that itch in my brain. And I was like, ooh, yes. I
Mhm.
kind of like, so I loved it. Anything that's going to make Tiffany have people rocking with her and Aubrey rocking with her because I like Aubrey and I like Tiffany. And then if they can make it to the merge with the other connections that they already have from other, if those people come with, I think they could be really, really good. So I
Mhm.
think Aubrey out of all three is the one I would be more like, and she has the idol, so
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah, and she's made it to the finale 2 of her 3 previous seasons, so she has what it takes to go far. She's another person that I think should be a winner. Like Chrissy and her both would have gotten my jury votes.
Hmm.
So maybe this is her time to really bring it home. Um, Next, I wanted to talk about Charlie.
Oh,
Char-
Charlie,
Charlie's
PTSD is real, isn't it?
yeah, it is, and it's kind of annoying. Like, so he was upset with Rizzo because Rizzo was talking about how he voted for Savannah, even though Sophie was his best friend, which I don't think is true. I think Rizzo,
Post show,
yeah, I
Savannah
mean,
is Rizzo's best friend. Post show,
even
and the
if there
only
was time for that, because they had like 2 weeks, if that. Yeah.
I mean, I think they got closer and close, and I think they do. I think post show, I think him and Sophie just
Mhm.
clicked.
I think it was, yeah, I think that's probably true. But also, he probably had told his tribe, oh, yeah, I'm not close to Savannah because they were out there together. And then
Right,
once Savannah gets voted out, he can't be like, just kidding, guys. I lied to you. I was actually really close to Savannah. He has to stick to
right.
that story.
Let's stick with the story.
So he's being consistent. But Charlie annoyed me. Like, I it's never sat right with me, like
No,
the treatment that Maria got. I mean, he blindsided Maria, and then he feels like she's
he's
obligated to vote for
obligated.
him. Like
Right.
you took away her chance. Why is she obligated to vote for you? She's not. And for him to let that destroy their friendship, that shows what kind of person he is. So I don't really like Charlie. I hope he goes soon. And this
Yeah.
part like really kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, that didn't rub me the right way either. I was like, but didn't you get her first? Like, is the reason she wasn't in the top three.
Yep.
You got her first. So she, in return the favor, and did not vote for you. When you do silly games, you win stupid prizes. And
Mhm.
that's the prize you won, not winning. And her vote would be in the, but and the thing is, I don't know, like, I agree with you about Rizzo trying to be consistent with this story because I'm sure he told everybody that him and Savannah, because they were playing together, just in case they got back together again, it could be something that they could, use. But Rizzo was Savannah was Rizzo's number one the entire time,
Yep.
and he voted for his number one. So Charlie really doesn't have anything to go off of, but but because Rizzo can't tell him like, oh, by the way, y'all lied. Savannah was my number one. That's crazy. It's just it's very annoying. It is frustrating. I need people when you going on these games and you returning and you coming back, you have got to let the past go.
Yeah. Go to therapy
Go
first.
to therapy, do something. Joe, Charlie, Coach, Ozzy, all y'all go to therapy. And you go into
Men go to
every
therapy
men
challenge.
go to let's normalize men going to therapy because honestly, you carrying stuff over into this game when it's a whole new game and it's like come on, like I I don't know because I ain't never played Survivor and I ain't never played for $1 million in my life and I ain't never been so close and lost it. I get it, but it just feels like literally calm down. Like
Mhm.
it's been it's been enough time,
Yep.
especially Ozzy, Coach. It's been enough time for y'all to have gone to some therapy and got some real help. Joe and Charlie, y'all had time too. It's a little more recent, but you had time
Mhm.
to go to therapy, work it out, what you had to work out, fix the relationships. Like, I feel like Joe and Kyle and Camilla need to have a conversation. I feel bad if Joe and Camilla make merge because poor Camilla, because that man is stubborn as I don't even know what to say, but
Yep. Yep.
I feel. Go to therapy. Go seek help. Go seek help. But
Yeah.
anything
Last,
else about Survivor?
yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about was Q because,
Oh,
yeah,
Q.
I think Q was doing a really good job this season. I think he
Mm-hmm.
was like Kyle, like in a way better position than he had any business being in.
Mm-hmm.
With his starting tribe, we just can't get rid of these things where people lose their votes for no good reason.
Right.
So
It's
it's
dumb.
frustrating because I do think maybe if he had a vote, things would have turned out a little bit differently. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm glad the audience has started to fall in love with Q the way I have because Q was my number
Okay.
one, my favorite back in season 46. I was obsessed with Q. You know, I podcasted about it. I
Mm-hmm.
love Q. It's been tough because these first, and this is why I'm concerned about this season, is because these first 3 episodes, I've lost literally my 3 people that were my favorites on their season. Q was my favorite on his season. Kyle was my favorite on his season. Savannah was my favorite on her season. So it's rough for me. Like it's rough. Uh,
Wait, you forgot to mention Jenna.
yes. Oh, she was absolutely my favorite. My favorite to hate on after All Stars. No, literally, everybody's been either my favorite on their season or my least favorite on their season. So people that need to watch out. Chrissy was my favorite on her season. Aubrey wasn't my favorite on her first season. Sari, favorite on all of her seasons. Coach was my favorite in South Pacific. Ozzy was like tied for favorite in Cook Islands. So those people need to watch out.
Oh my goodness. The
Maybe it's just
David factor.
it could be like a new era curse if you're my favorite on the new era. Because also, the people that I think, from what I understand, Rizzo and Savannah took the spots that were going to be for Marianne and
Mm,
Andy. Marianne, my favorite in 42.
favorite.
Andy, my favorite in 47. So,
Right. Wow.
yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's move on to Fear Factor House of Fear. Because this was intense. This week was intense. We even got a foreshadow of a fight and then had to go back to figure out now how do we get here? Uh, which I thought was fun.
Yeah, it was a
Uh,
cute little
cute little How
editing
I Met
thing.
Your Mother
Mhm.
moment, you know. I liked it. But we see Rob and Lance going back and forth, which we saw in the trailer for the season, if you saw.
Right.
Um, and well, once we got to how we got here, I was like, oh, okay,
Yep.
this is how we get here. So, I mean, of course, the challenge was going head into snakes and rats.
Yep. Very fitting, like because there's rats and snakes in this season, aren't there?
Very
But
much so.
here's my thing. This is my least favorite thing about Fear Factor House of Fear is the stuff with the animals because I am a big animal lover. Like I get being afraid of animals. For
Hmm.
me, my issue if doing any of these challenge wouldn't be like being afraid of the animals. It would be being afraid that I'm going to hurt these animals because they're not gentle with all of these rats, snakes, bugs, whatever. And it just kind of breaks my heart for the animals. Maybe I'm just I know you're not as big of like an animal person as I am, but it really makes me sad each time. So this challenge it was sad for me, but the funniest thing it was so mixed for me because I was like frustrated but cracking up at the same time. Lance Lance being upside down and just spinning.
Spinning, just spinning.
He's spinning desperately. He's like, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. And Danielle's like, what?
What?
What? Like
What?
she's just so like cavalier about it. Um, but yeah, it was so funny for me. I mean, I was rooting the hardest for Lance because obviously he can only rely on himself and Danielle at this point. So I really needed Lance to win this competition because once he goes home, my investment in this show is going to drop significantly.
Hmm.
Significantly. But yeah, I don't know about you, but I was cracking up.
Oh, I laughed so hard. I was like, oh no, just to see Lance spinning and spinning and spinning. I was like, oh no. He's like, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am.
Why was he spinning and nobody else
I
was?
don't because it felt like he hit something, and it once he hit it, it put him in a spin, and he just couldn't stop. stop because she took him so far over and they hit the side. And once he hit that sidewall, it was over for him. He just spun and spun and spun. And I was like, oh no.
Hmm.
I hated it and laughed the whole time because it was just
Yep.
funny. But yeah, it was bad. Ended up being a three-way tie at the end between Rob, Ethan, and Jaylene.
Yep.
And Rob wins because Chelsea decides not to sabotage him
Right.
and
And
let
this is
him
the
go.
episode where she became a person for me. Like
Yes.
she's
Yes.
been so non-existent, like a non-entity for me. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna remember Chelsea after this
Mm-hmm.
episode.
Mm-hmm. And she could have sabotaged because I thought she was. The way she was sitting there holding that thing, like, I was like, hold it, girl. I would purposely hold it. Just,
Hmm.
but yeah, but she didn't. So Rod wins. Um, and when he went in the first look, like me and Jack said at the recap, the first look didn't really show nothing but somebody's head in a thing with bugs. And I was like, okay, they just go have the bugs drop on their head. What's gonna happen? That was not even close to what it was.
No.
It wasn't even close to what it was. So we get to the end game, and it's them being strapped on this gurney with their head in the box, and they're going to be spun around and have to dig up whatever they can, which is snails, crabs, worms, snakes, all kind of stuff, and they have to scoop up as much as they can and then stick it into the holes on the side of their heads. What I do like about Fear Factor is the through line that they have of it being like, because the main challenge was the human claw. This was like a human claw. So I love the through line throughout the entire thing. But like they had to scoop up all these things and stick it in, and then you win by weight of who
Yep.
can put the most in the bucket at the end or in your head. And I thought this was interesting, but I was like, first of all, no, I couldn't do it. Second of all, gross because you don't know what you scoop. And here's the thing, I know they're killing some of them bugs when they
They're
scooping them up
definitely
and
killing things.
they're definitely killing some of those bugs as they scooping them up and stuffing them in the thing. And I get it for people who love animals and like,
Yeah.
oh my
Where's
god.
PETA? Send PETA over there.
But like
Send the Humane Society.
But like you wasn't killing the snakes when you were doing that, but you were certainly killing the little worms and the things and
Yeah,
just
and I don't care
squishing them.
about them as much, but
Right.
still, like, see, for this challenge, like, it is gross, but my biggest issue would be, like, I don't want to hurt these things as I'm forcing them in.
No,
Like,
my
just
thing is
let
I
them
can't
drop.
breathe. My thing is I can't
Yeah.
breathe and I can't open my mouth because I can get a mouthful of bugs in my mouth and in my ears and like I, and then
Mhm.
you turn around so they just pop it off. So then and you're trying to scoop up. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
my claustrophobia would kill me at that point.
Mhm. I agree. But what I will say that Fear Factor is doing right is the way that they're setting up these eliminations and like picking people, it's
Hmm.
adding peak drama, you
Oh,
know?
absolutely.
Because Rob sure did get chewed out by everybody, as
As
he,
he should.
yes,
And
as he
I'll
should.
be honest, because this man, you made alliances with everybody. You made an alliance with Danielle day one. And y'all were like, we're going to be the secret alliance. We're doing this thing. And she's like, okay, cool. Lance knew he was going in. He
Mhm.
wasn't no doubt in his mind he was going in. But Rob has the chance to do something. If his goal is to get rid of Lance, then you should put in people who you know or you think could beat Lance.
Mhm.
But you chose to take the safe, easy route, thinking all five of y'all finna win this game. This is not a team sport, sir. This is a one man sole victory person winning. Like you don't. I 100% would have put Lance in there with Ethan and Dita. That would have been who
Yep.
I put in there. A
And I think
hundred
they would have
percent, we should have.
understood,
Absolutely would have understood. Like, why
especially
would he do
because
that?
Chelsea just helped him win the challenge. Like he could have said that. Sorry, guys, Chelsea helped me maybe they wouldn't have understood Danielle being safe. Maybe they would have. I don't know. But Chelsea being safe would have made sense.
And then he could have even spun it like, hey, I put y'all in there because I knew y'all would beat him. I needed him gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they would have understood it. They might not have liked it, but they would have understood it, even though I don't know if Dita would have won. Because I think actually Dita
Yeah.
probably could have lost that
Yeah.
one. If Dita went in there, I think he probably would have lost it.
Yeah, he is scraped by on a few of these challenges. So.
But I don't know why he didn't do it, but he didn't do it because he decided to put in Danielle and then Chelsea, who just helped him win. And Chelsea was like, "That's a douche move, jerk. That's a
Mm-hmm.
douche move, dude." And he was like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give you some strategy. I know you hate me, but I'm like, bruh, she don't want to talk to you right now." But Chelsea was not gone. Lance was not gone. Danielle ends up leaving,
Mm-hmm.
and you still got. I'm sad about Danielle leaving. I really liked her.
She was sweetie.
She was a sweetheart. But the fact that you got an enemy still in the house with Lance, and then you just pissed off Chelsea, and you pissed off Jaylene because she told you not to put in Chelsea, and you did it anyway, so you can stop worry about kissing her because she ain't gonna kiss you no more. Um,
Oh, I hope it comes back to bite him so
I hope it
hard.
comes back to bite him so hard, and I hope Ethan and Dita go and get him up out of here, honestly. But this peak entertainment that was
Mm-hmm.
this episode, I was
It's
like,
been getting better. It's been getting better. Like the past few episodes, I think, especially like the past three, since
mm-hmm.
we've kind of been losing the filler people
Yeah.
and we're starting to get to know the other people, I'm into it more than I was. Because at first I was like, this is not great.
I enjoyed it. I find
Yeah.
it fun, but
Yep.
yeah. We move on to House of Villains.
Yes, I love when uh, I get the alliances that I like, like dream fantasy alliances come true. I've seen it a lot on Survivor 50 so far, and then when I saw Tyson and New York talking, I'm like, wait, New York actually likes somebody, and it's Tyson. I'm into it. I'm into it. You all should solidify it with a kiss, which looks like we're going to finally see it next week. I've been wondering what's how this is going to come into play. And I want to know the conversation he has with his wife about this kiss. But yeah, immediately I'm into this. And the fact that he wants to make a 4-person alliance with Kate and Tom, I'm here. I don't know about you. Are you feeling this alliance
Oh,
as
I
much
like
as I
it.
am?
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
like it. I like this alliance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the whole jumping ship thing was what I was into. This challenge, though, it was so funny seeing Kate try to sabotage her team and just not be able to. Like every time she was trying to like make something like go the wrong way for her team, they would end up figuring it out anyways. Like I think my favorite was when when Ashley is like trying to point like green, like she puts green because of her own color, and she's like
Mm-hmm.
pointing, no, your pink shorts. It was an
Mm-hmm.
interesting, like it was an interesting concept having like a um, blindfold, can't hear, can't the ball gag.
Right.
I'm into this challenge. And Tom sure was getting pissy too. Like I've never seen this side of him. Like I've seen him a little perturbed, but man, he was
Mm-hmm.
mad. I was like, who are you mad at? Like, are you just mad at fate? I don't
Tom's
know.
just mad. Tom's
Yeah.
just mad. He wants to win everything and he can't. So.
Hmm. But this was Kate's episode for me. I really enjoyed her. I was not a big fan of hers on the Traders either season.
Mm-hmm.
I thought sure she was entertaining but annoying as hell. But
Mm-hmm.
this episode, in well, this season as a whole, and especially this episode, I'm like, you know what? I'm a fan of Kate. I like her. I think she's fun. Like every time it would show her in the confessional, and she would be holding those 3 monkeys, and the fact that she got production to come in and create this whole setup for her new bedroom that she's taken. I thought that was incredible. And her just sitting in the bed, grilling these people underneath the covers. I was like, come on, girl. This is the entertainment that I was hoping for on the show. This is my favorite season of House of Villains so far. I don't know about you. I'm
Yeah,
loving it.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I mean, if we go get a Kate villain of the week, I'm a Kate supervillain. I'm like, what? I kind of like it. I
Mhm.
really do enjoy. Like, I am enjoying Kate this much, and I think this is the most serious of unserious of the show that I've seen, because like it's still unserious.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's very unserious, but it's still a little bit more serious, a little
Mhm.
bit. And so I like it.
Yep.
And of course, and I do like her initial nominee. She was like, "I'm not finna beat
She
around the
gagged
bush."
him.
She's not finna beat around the bush. That whole room can go up, and I'm like,
I was nervous for Tyson though for a second.
I was, but then I'm like, I do think she go fall in. She enjoys the ally, like, between that alliance between them. I do. I think that was the right call to put all three of them up,
Mhm.
because now it's like one of y'all going home. So
Yeah, I'm hoping that since Paul was very open about like, yeah, I wrote these other two, I put their names down. I'm hoping that that solidifies Ashley and Johnny as a
mhm.
duo more, so that if Paul is in the bottom two, the house will keep him. I hope.
Right. I hope so. I don't want Paul to go.
Yeah, I think Tyson might want Paul to go though. That's my concern. But yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
ready to see him leave or them leave.
Yeah, I think Tyson might want Paul to go. I can see that. I mean, we saw that from the first week. I kind of think
Yeah.
too. We'll see. Ah, but there's that. I think it's time for a little bit more reality news.
Okay. Yeah, we got some news this week about a brand new show that came out last year on Channel 4 in the UK. It was The Inheritance. Now, if you watched our tier ranking video that we did, we ranked all the reality shows that we saw in 2025, and The Inheritance was one of my least favorite shows. I just did not feel like it nailed the concept. It was clear they were trying to go for the traders, but it didn't fully work. But we got official confirmation that it is canceled. There's not going to be a season two for The Inheritance. So RIP, but I kind of get it.
I didn't watch it, so
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
don't know.
You're fine to not.
Speaking of shows that are not canceled, but has been renewed at least to 2030, is the Traders UK and Celebrity Traders. They have been renewed at the BBC till 2030. I am not surprised by this, because who is canceling the Traders right now? Nobody.
Right.
And the Traders UK was coming off such a great season, and Celebrity Traders was very good too as well. So I'm not shocked by Traders being picked up to 2030, and good for them.
Yeah,
Good for
I'm
them.
I'm very happy to hear this. This is my favorite franchise of the Traders, and I really love Celebrity. I also heard some news that they had reached out to Michelle Visage about doing Celebrity Traders, but she's actually turned it down, and she's been pretty
Okay.
open about it. Like she says that people would assume she's a traitor, but I don't know that they would. I think she could do well on it. I don't know,
I,
but I think the
it's
schedule couldn't work.
that's a couple of people who I feel like could do traders, and celebrity traders UK. And one specifically is from Love Island All Stars this season. Scott Vandersloot, Traders UK. If y'all don't pick up Scott and put him on the traders, you're missing out on a mind that will either make people feel like he's a trader, or he's gonna give you that drama that you need. Like, he knows TV, so he gonna give you TV, but he's also very smart. So
I
yeah,
want
be
to,
on the lookout for Scott. Put
yeah.
him on the show.
I hope they pick somebody from X Factor UK because I used to watch that religiously. I think
Hmm.
Jedward could be fun. Put them both in there. Maybe Ryland. I don't know.
Mm,
I think there's a few different good options from X Factor UK that could bring entertainment.
okay, I'm excited to see what they bring, and what they decide to do with the traders.
Mhm. Next in the news, we had Miss March revealed for Playboy, and making her Playboy debut was one of our faves, Miss Taylor Hale.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I went through and looked at the article. Really tasteful pictures, I thought, and she looked stunning as always.
Stunning.
We love Taylor. Yeah, I thought it was a really great great thing that she did here. Yeah, did you have a chance to look as well?
I did, and I think she looks amazing. She looks beautiful, like you said, very tasteful, and she said her body's not for sale, so she's not gonna
Mhm.
see full, just out boobs out and everything out. But she also is like, but the human body's beautiful,
Mhm.
and a woman's body is very beautiful, and she is very open, and her sexuality is not something that she like hides behind, and so she's very. I mean, she's beautiful. Look, if you got it, flaunt it. This is the
Right.
age to do it, and she is doing it at the right time in her life because it ain't gonna always be there. So I love this for her. I think anybody who feels comfortable and showing that beautiful side of them too. So
Yeah.
and she looks great.
Yeah, I think she said that she didn't love that there were like screenshots of her on Big Brother, like when she
Right,
was not fully dressed. But this she got to do on her own terms. So
right.
reclaim it, girl. I get it.
I love
And
it.
she's one of our friends. We've had breakfast with her.
We did. I love her. I love her
Yeah,
so much.
love her.
But yeah, I'm proud of her. I'm very happy for her. Let's move on to some drag news, shows, shall we? Oh
Haven't
yeah,
gotten haven't gotten to do that in a while.
period. It's time for some UK versus the world.
You are all honkies. That was one of my favorite parts of the episode. I don't even remember what it actually said, but Mariah misreading the mirror message was so funny. You are all honkies with this group of people that's left. Yeah, Godlin, Fontana, Mariah, you're all honkies.
Oh man, uh, UK versus the world this week was actually a really good week. I enjoyed um Oh, I'm sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, I was about to come out. I'm like, I really enjoyed this week. It was the makeovers,
Mm-hmm.
Olympic makeovers for this week. Um, I thought this was a fun. I, makeovers. The shows are always, we get some good stories, we get some fun moments, showing everybody getting how to get into drag and hearing different stories about people. I always enjoy the makeovers, but my highlights for this week, um, Mariah and her partner. I think looked so good to me. Like so good to me. I really, really, really enjoyed that look from her. As it was just glamorous. It wasn't a whole lot. It was very Mariah, very glamorous, and I liked the way they performed it on the runway. I thought it was fun. Gotland was funny to me. I thought they were fun. I thought their performance was fun. The way she was falling and jumping on his back, and it was just fun. I liked everybody's. I thought Fontana's was good, like the McCall. You can't, they look good. They look good. But Kate and the eyebrows, the eyebrows, the brows that was up here brows. I was like, what is going on with these eyebrows? But it was still fun. It was still fun. But that was just the one thing I was like, yeah.
Mhm.
I thought this was a good episode, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I thought some of the pairings were interesting because I don't think hardly any of those queens got who would have been their first pick, maybe other
Mm-hmm.
than Fontana. Like they
Mm-hmm.
seemed like a really good match, but the other ones, like it didn't feel like, oh, their aesthetics like are going to work together. But I think most of them made it work. I did want to talk about this conversation that we saw in the workroom with Godlin talking to her partner. I did not know this man. I can't remember his name, but she was talking about how she was a little uncomfortable around straight men.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because like I used to like straight men when I was in the closet, like those were most of my friends. But since I've come out, I really don't have a ton of straight men friends. But then I was thinking about it, and the like I have three really good straight men friends, and I was like, oh, two of them I met at a gay bar,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one I met at a movie theater. He was hosting trivia, but they're all like very queer friendly. But I'm like, I kind of have that too, where even like coworkers that are straight, sometimes I have like a wall up around them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I completely got this from Godlin. So I really appreciated this story from her because it can be tough, like knowing who to trust when you're a gay man and you're in straight spaces, you know.
I too don't trust straight men either, so
Fair.
it's hard to do that sometimes. But that's
Hmm.
that's that's a that's a them problem, not a us problem.
True.
But yeah.
Um, the all gray from Michelle, love, looks so
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
My rankings for this challenge are interesting, and yeah, I'm going to start from the top. So Fontana was my favorite.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, they were very similar outfits, different colors. I really liked it though. I thought she pulled it off. For me, she would have gotten her second makeover challenge win. Um, but I also really like Naomi's. I thought it was a really interesting concept. Yeah, and if they're doing family resemblance, she was doing a literal family. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool. Like it could have been a little bit more polished, sure.
Yes.
But I loved the dynamic between her and her partner. Her partner was my favorite person
Mm-hmm.
in this episode. Loved her. And then for me, the other three were all kind of close as the bottom three. But I had Godland at number three. A lot of it was because of just the story that they presented. I thought it was adorable. Um, for me, number four was Kate, um, and it's because I like the theme with the burnt looks.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there was some issues with the eyebrows, I still liked the concept. For me, number five, a hot take, I guess, was Mariah. I think Mariah looked very glamorous, gorgeous. So did her partner. Her partner reminded me of Gabriella Labucci. I thought she really looked like her in drag. For me, I think they were the only team that didn't really have like a concept or a theme. It was just two pretty orange dresses, two like orange dresses that were different shades of orange too. Like it almost reminded me of, like if there was like an all orange theme runway and you'd have two different contestants come in, two different. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see something tie it together a little bit more than just being different shades of orange and being glamorous. I still get why she got her one win because she looked beautiful. She's great with makeup, but for me, she would have been in the bottom. But that's the thing with makeover challenges is like there's so many different ways to judge these, so it's
Mm-hmm.
really hard for like the judges and the audience to always agree on who should win and who should be in the bottom. But yeah, that was my take.
Oh, what did you think about the lip sync?
The lip sync. What was the song again? Yeah, the lip sync. I thought it was a good lip sync, but for me, yeah, there was no world where Kate was going to go, especially with how consistent she's been. But I think Naomi's also been consistent. It was just kind of sad seeing that situation. Plus, they weren't going to have UK versus the world with
What?
no
No,
UK.
UK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, but it is kind of cool that like we do have a top five with one from each country. I think this is a really strong top four,
Me
personally.
too.
I do think it's between Kate and Godlin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, although
That's it.
Twitter's overwhelmingly rooting for Godlin, but
Yes.
Fontana is actually second place for Twitter. But
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brazilian fans are
Of
are very
course.
loyal, so that makes sense. And I do think Fontana's done well. She would have had her second win for me, but I've really enjoyed this season, and I'm sad it's coming to a close already.
Me too. It's very sad. I do think that there was no way that they were going to let Kate go. Like you said, a UK versus the world with no UK representation is kind of
Yeah.
maddening. So I love that. I mean, Naomi, she has nothing to be sad about. She honestly did such a great job in this competition, and I literally told her
Mhm.
that when we talked to her. So go check out that interview we did on the Cup Pod Network channel. Because like I could not tell her how fabulous she did this competition, how proud I am of her because she went from being second boot to semifinals. That's crazy. That's wild. But yeah, I thought it was a good lip sync. I thought it was a good lip sync, but I knew what was gonna
Yeah,
happen. So it is what it is.
it is.
Let's move on to season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I thought this episode was interesting. It was okay. I'll say that. It was good. It was interesting. I don't know why that went off. Anyway, um,
Yeah, I'll say anytime Alyssa Edwards pops up on something, I'm like, you know what? It kind of makes me sad that Lana's real exposure to Alyssa's Global All Stars because, like, if you saw her in All Stars too, I think you would absolutely feel the way about Alyssa that most people do. There's just something so likable about her, charming and quotable. Like she like you saw it. Like you saw all the quotes they were doing, but they were
mhm.
also doing a lot of quotes that you probably didn't pick up on because they would just throw them in randomly and be like, oh, there's another Alyssa ism. Um, but yeah, I think one of the parts that I laughed the most at this episode was when uh, when they were all doing the round table and going through their jokes.
Mhm.
And so we started out with Discord, and then we had Jane, then
Juicy.
Juicy, then Darlene. And when Darlene was like giving some of her jokes, they noticed that Discord was writing down. They're like, Discord,
Mhm.
are you taking some of Darlene's jokes? And Darlene's or Jane was like, "Oh yeah, oh splat, yeah, I gotta write that
All
down."
right,
Like,
like that's the one I'm gonna take. She's like, yeah, I'm
because
pulling an Ariety.
it was not jokes that were landing that we were getting from
No,
Darlene
I'm
in that
writing.
moment.
I'm writing down what not to say. Actually,
Right, don't do that one.
right.
No, I thought that was really funny. I also really liked that when they started off the roast. At first, it said a toast to Alicia Edwards, which was a throwback to RuPaul messing up her
RuPaul
name.
calling her name. Hmm.
I thought that was funny. I want to give you my rankings. I'll start with the bottom and go backwards. And I do. I think I have some hot takes in this episode, which I can get into. But for me, number 7 was Juicy. Number 6 was Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 was Discord.
Okay.
Number 4 was Darlene.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Number 3 was Mikey. Number
Mm-hmm.
2, Nene. And then number 1 was Jane for me. Yeah. So I think the biggest things I kind of disagreed with was Nene being so low for them and Darlene being the winner. For me, I thought Nene was consistently funny. Like all of her jokes were landing for me. I didn't think she came across as too harsh. So I was a little thrown off by the critiques. And Nene's not one of my favorites in this cast, but I thought she nailed it. Darlene was I don't think her jokes were very strong at all. I think what really worked for her was the like spectacle of it all and her just being bizarre and doing such random things. Plus she was like, did you see her hand like shaking the whole time? She was nervous. I wouldn't have given her the win, but I thought she was safe. I don't. What do you think?
I like Darlene. I thought she was one of she was my tops
Okay.
because I feel like in something like a roasting, toasting, whatever challenge that I think you have. It's what you do with the nerves. It's what you do with if your jokes aren't landing. How do you recover from that? And she did it masterfully. Like she wasn't giving the best jokes, but it wasn't about the jokes anymore at that point because she turned her. It made it like the bit was she didn't have funny jokes,
Yeah.
but how do I come out of it? Like no, like she
Banana.
would, right? Like she would do stuff that you be like, what? And it's funny. It's crazy. It's kooky. I thought it was hilarious. I loved how the whole shtick of it all because she knew she didn't have the funniest jokes, but what she did with that was brilliant, and I thought it was funny, and I laughed. I thought she was funny, and I like. But her and Mikey would have been my top two, to be
Okay.
honest, because I think Mikey did the same thing with like that whole. I think she took something and just made it where you like cracking up every single time, and I cracked up every single time she did it. It was just like, oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. I really enjoyed that. So for me, it was her and Mikey. I agree with the bottom three. But I think Darlene and Mikey, either one of them could have won it for me, and I would have been like, okay.
Mhm.
Jane was funny, but we expect her to be funny.
Yeah.
But I don't even think she was that funny.
I
I think
really
she
like
missed something a little bit.
when she was talking about Michelle Visage came seventh on Strictly Come Dancing, but she always
Mm-hmm.
comes first on Strictly Come
Some
Guzzling.
puzzling, yeah.
I love that. That might have been my favorite joke of the night. The runway, I will say, I was a little underwhelmed. Like everybody
Mm-hmm.
was good, nobody was like, "Whoa," you know.
Right.
I think my favorites were actually Jane. I really liked hers. And then I thought Nene and Juicy were strong too. But yeah, it was not going to be one of my favorite runways
Yeah.
overall.
I didn't think Juicy was that great. I was like, you win a fitted sheet. Literally a fitted sheet.
But once again, it was a spectacle of it. I think that
I
because
guess.
she did the most with the wind, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying too.
But
Um, that yeah, the lip sync was actually way closer than I expected. I don't know about you
I
because it was
did
like
too.
yeah, I was like Kenya doesn't stand it, especially because they've been critical about her lip syncs in the past, and Juicy's just so good. So I thought it
Hmm.
was going to be a knockout, but
It was not.
I yeah, for me Juicy won, but like if they had been like Kenya, Shantae, you stay, I wouldn't have been like, oh my gosh, what? Like I would have
Right.
understood. I think Kenya's a star though. Watch out for her on an All Star season because
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think once she's like fully now that she's gone through the gauntlet and she knows what she needs to bring for another season, she'll have a bigger budget too when it comes to runways. She's somebody like if she ends up being a future All Star winner,
I
zero
would not
percent
be
surprise.
surprised. Yeah. Kenya with a budget and more time to up her game and her craft, she's going to be dangerous.
Hmm.
She's going to be because she has the charisma. That is not something that she needs to work. Like she has it. Like she drew them in. She should have been gone a few weeks ago if she did. But her
Hmm.
own charm and charisma kept her in this competition this
Yep.
long. So
And she had good momentum too. So
yes,
it
yeah,
was kind of
absolutely.
yeah, it was kind of frustrating to see because I was really rooting for her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, she should be proud of herself for sure.
Absolutely, for sure. So, so speaking of queens who are doing big things and doing other things, season 16 Queen Q, we know for sure has been confirmed for the new season of Project Runway. So good for you, Q.
Yeah.
I know she's a good designer, so I'm excited to see her on the show and what she can do. But Plain Jane is also supposed to be a part of the show in some capacity. We're not sure yet if it's confirmed to be on the show or a part of the show. So that is remains to be seen. But as of right now, Q is confirmed to be a contestant on Project Runway this upcoming season. And I'm excited about that because we had Utica last season. So we love seeing the doors opening up for more drag designers and seeing what they can do on a show like Project Runway.
Yeah, I agree. When we first saw the rumors, it said both of them were in the cast. And I was like, okay, Q makes sense. Plain Jane, are we going to get some really nice bodysuits throughout the
Bodysuits,
season?
right?
Yeah, but like, I think Q is one of the absolute biggest no brainers to have on the like her or not, personality wise,
Right.
she knows how to design. Um, yeah, like I'm trying to think who else I would have even put on before. I think Nymphia is really creative with the looks she designs. Arietti, I think she would also bring the drama, but she's a great designer too. But yeah, I think Q was the right choice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm excited to see what she brings. So
Hmm.
good on you, Q. Well, let's talk about next week because we got some finales coming and some returns of shows that we did not get to talk about this week.
Yep, Extracted took a break this week, but they will be back next week. So I'll be back. Well, actually, maybe we won't be back, but we'll be talking about it again soon.
Hmm. We'll be talking about it next week. Somebody will
Okay.
watch it, talk about it.
Hmm.
And then the finale for Drag Race UK versus the World is next week. So we got one more week to talk about UK versus the
Yeah.
world.
Who's gonna win?
Who's who's gonna win? I think it's still Kate Bush. I'm gonna always say it's Kate at this
Yep.
point. I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
say
Kate.
Godland.
But I will look, but my head says Kate, my heart says Godlin. And I think Godlin might eke it out, and I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I would be thrilled about that
I
if
love them both.
Godlin.
Give them
I
both a
love them
turn.
both, but yeah. But that is that. We were here much longer than we said, David, because
Yep.
it's blame American Idol.
It was American Idol's fault for
We
sure.
blame American Idol because that's they really did it. But it doesn't matter because we got to give all the highlights for all the shows, so it's gonna take a minute. But we appreciate you. If you stuck around this whole time, you're a real one. We appreciate you. If you just dip and dabble through to find out the stuff that you like to talk about, that's fine too. That's what we have timestamps for. So, but we appreciate you spending the time. Let us know in the comments what you think. Let us know if it's some shows coming out that we might be interested in talking about. I know it's one show that I saw, David, coming on Hulu
I was wondering. I was gonna
that
ask
I
you.
think I might have to
Love
watch.
Overboard.
Love Overboard. Yeah, I might have to. We might be talking
It's a
about
hot
that
cast.
too. It's hot cast, and with Gabby as the host, I'm like, okay, I like her. So we'll see. We will see how that works out. But there's some shows coming out. I'm gonna be checking out the new shows coming out on Netflix as well. But we'll check it out and see what's going on. But we'll be back here next week doing more highlights. I know I will. David has to travel,
Yep.
so
I'll be
David will be
gone.
gone. But it's okay. I'll be here with Brooke, I think, is going to join me, and we'll be doing more Reality Roundup. I hope you stick around and join us. But you don't have to leave right now. We got to go because we got more stuff to do. But you can stick around and watch some more videos that we got going on that we put out this week. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to all of the channels of the Cup Network. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And you can follow me and David if you'd like. And still, don't forget to get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And David, I will see you in 2 weeks because you're leaving me. But we'll see y'all next time. Cheers, everybody. Bye.